Welcome to my channel. My name's Laurel, and I want to start by dedicating this video to a beloved pet named Bowser. Not my pet, but a pet that I'm sure many of you are aware of. There's been a controversy about this dog's euthanization. I first heard about it from another YouTube channel called Radiantbritt. I highly recommend checking her out. I did my own deep dive and research on this family because I had never heard of them before, and I really don't watch family vlog channels, but I learned quite a bit, and I want to share some of those clips and what I've learned. And this first clip I'm going to share, quite honestly, I found a little disturbing. I'm hoping that by showing you this first clip, it will give you a little indication of the mindset with pets in general. It was a clip that apparently one of the subscribers had asked, so this is them or her answering her recollection of her first pets, which were apparently attack cats. So here it is.
No! Hell on wheels! Okay, my first pet. I don't remember. I just remember we had cats, and I remember that my parents had to get rid of the cats, which I remember that drive, and my mom's trying to tell me we were taking them to the happy farm. We had to take them. We had to take them to the happy farm because they were attacking me.
I think when we have kids, we are never gonna tell them about Santa. I don't want to do that.
Yeah, so these cats, they were attacking me. They would like jump on me and claw at me, and I was really allergic, and they bit me. And I don't know why I still like these cats, because they would hurt me all the time, but I liked them. Okay.
What'd you guys think? Apparently the cats weren't the only ones to go to a happy farm. I don't know. They seemed awfully happy talking about getting rid of the cats. Anyway, next clip is going to be the famous video of them letting their subscribers know that they were putting, or that they had already put Bowser down, and why. And she mentions in it that people aren't going to understand, and boy did she have that right.
You know, Dan is with me because Bowser was, I mean, he was our dog, but he was Dan's dog. And this was not a decision we came to lightly, you know, when Dan and I were first talking about this and just how this was all going to unfold and just having conversations around it. One of the things that we said, or I said, was I was like, people aren't going to get it. Like, people are going to be upset. And
what kind of sick fucking monsters are these people? What in the hell is wrong with these people? So here's what I think needs to happen. I believe anyone with a YouTube channel, and y'all know I always say I'm not a gatekeeper, but this is just a suggestion. Anyone with a YouTube channel that considers themselves an animal lover needs to speak against this family. There are certain times in life where it is time to get loud and let your voice be heard. And right now, for me at least, is one of those times. Now, I don't want to send people over there to watch their video or do anything like that, because that's putting, you know, the attention back in their court.
Thank you, Britt, for inspiring me to create this video, and hopefully others will follow suit. In this next clip, I'm going to show you the bringing home of baby Bowser, and man, he is adorable.
say hi.
doggy is Bowser?
He's the best doggy.
What kind of doggy?
He's a bull terrier.
He's a bull terrier. First time brother and sister, right?
I'm excited for my little puppy.
Best friends forever. Dogs first, babies next. Hey Zoe, meet Bowser. Just a normal day at the Philippis. My family playing together. The family that plays together stays together.
Dan claims that Bowser attacked Zoe on a couple of occasions, and I tried to find some video footage of maybe the aftermath of that, or where it showed Zoe being stitched up, or because they did many videos, so I'm guessing that would have been somewhere in there, but I couldn't find anything on it. Anyway, I think if Bowser were to attack a tiny Yorkshire Terrier on 2 occasions, I don't know. I think that they would have probably considered rehoming him at that point if it were some sort of vicious attack. My guess is it either didn't happen or they were just playing. I don't want to venture to guess.
Yes, he's seriously injured a couple different dogs, including Zoe, who's standing right here. I've had her stitched up a couple times.
Oh, Bowsy, no. Don't put your sister in a chokehold. Bowser!
In this next clip, we see Nikki enjoying her morning coffee as Dan talks about Bowser's mental illness. Yeah, apparently Bowser is special needs and had to be kept indoors, but I also added a couple cute clips. I'll let you guys make your own opinions.
Well, nobody knows how to take care of Bowser except for me. He has to stay inside. I have a backyard. He can go out there, he's fine, but once another dog barks outside from around the neighborhood, or he hears a jingle from a dog collar, he's bipolar, so he goes into this other mode. The hair stands up on the back of his neck. Bowser! Ready? You see the shoe? Get it. Oh, he's a good boy. He didn't even give it back. I spoke too soon. Shake it around. Kill the shoe. Kill it. Kill it. Kill it. Kill the shoe. Kill the shoe. Good boy. Good boy. Kill it.
At one point, they talk about how difficult it is to move Bowser because he is it does not do well with the transition itself, I guess, or I'm not really sure why the physical move of Bowser would be so difficult, but they talk about it being quite a challenge. And keep in mind, they're ready to move again. This family has also talked about in some of their videos how many times they've moved, and it has been several times. I don't know if that's because they shoot in different locations, but they've moved to many different apartments. And I want to take this moment as a learning lesson to say that before you decide to get a dog, for any of you that are thinking about it, research the dog. This type of dog is extremely hyper, needs to run outside, needs to be outdoors. The dog is not mentally ill, and it's not an outdoor dog that they have to keep indoor because it's so vicious. The dog has been moved from apartment to apartment, I'm guessing without having a lot of run time. So in hindsight, this was probably not the best fit, and anyone knows they can research dogs and what they need. And so I'd just like to take this moment to say, do your work before you invest in another family member, which is how it should be. A dog should not be purchased to gain more followers or to enhance your videos. It should be a family member that you research diligently before adopting. So that's my 2 cents on the piece. I'll let you guys watch it and see.
For many years, for most of his life, he was an extremely dangerous animal outside the walls of my house. So,
Well, seeing you for details. Bowser, we're catching you in the act. Down! You know when I said that Zoe licked the black off of her nose? Wasn't there a Dave Chappelle skit where he was like, I will slap the black off you? Wasn't that? Are we talking about?
that's just a joke that everyone uses.
Oh.
Bowser.
Yes, swim, little Bowsy, swim. Dude, he looks so much bigger on camera, I think, than what he actually is. Oh my god, Bowser.
Look, he's such a docile animal. He's not.
Bowser! Come here, little Trouse.
This dog is a vicious beast when he is on a walk and he sees another dog. He will eat that dog to protect me.
He looks like that little girl emoji right now.
Oh, yes, Trousand.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh.
Yes,
We're
Trouse.
gonna yawn together.
Yawn. You gotta stick your tongue out 12 feet like him, though. Time to yawn, Bowser. No?
Do it.
Expression. I've never seen him like.
With his ears down.
Oh. Ah.
Like, you humans are weird.
I know, I always wonder what he thinks. Nice big chest, Bowser.
There is a piece to this story that I tried to put together, and I'm a little confused because they talk about Bowser's personality changing when he got attacked by another bull terrier who was her parents' dog, I do believe, named Galaxy. And I had found a clip of Galaxy as a puppy, and that was in 2013. So that would make Galaxy and Bowser about the same age. And they also talk about Galaxy going to a place called Riverside. You're gonna hear some chatter, and maybe you can put it together. It sounded to me like Galaxy was a difficult dog, and they're now said he's a yard dog. And so it sounds like maybe the parents rehomed Galaxy. But when they made this video, it was just 2014. And then it shows a picture of Bowser and Galaxy a little older. So I guess I don't understand that piece. And I'll just let you guys watch and see.
he was definitely an outside animal that I had to keep inside.
Well, and
So-
Bowser was attacked when he was a puppy, and we never really talked about that very much. But that was a big turning point in Bowser's personality. So prior to the attack, Bowser could go to dog parks. Bowser was just calmer in general. And then after the attack, it just triggered something in him. And he was attacked by another bull terrier, actually my parents' old bull terrier. But it's something that can happen with the breed. And so ever since then, things really took a turn.
Well, I mean,
Whoa, Galaxy's my name and barking is my game. Oh, really? You are crazy. Cray cray. Trials and boy.
So much. Galaxy would never let you hold him like this. But now
No.
he's living in Riverside with another family.
Yeah.
They had another bull terrier, and apparently he's getting along well over there because he's a yard dog now. He's not destroying any furniture.
I know, that's
or
always
any
good.
Power lines.
Yeah, he actually, they own, he already said that, like another bull terrier. So Galaxy went to live with them a little while ago. He literally destroyed everything in my parents' house. Everything. Did you ever see that chair?
Because her dad he's like, you know what, we're just going to let him. At least he's, because if they replace it, he'd just destroy that.
It's like us at our house. Nice tongue yawn. Okay, I want to
Is this whole vlog just going to be one giant clip in the same spot?
vlog a day in May.
Vlog a day. Or vlog 5 minutes at the table.
Wait, let me close up. Oh, baby boy. Okay, we're gonna figure out my tea situation now. Okay.
He's like bracing himself up against the table. He doesn't want to get down.
He loves it. This is what I always try to tell people when they come over and he's acting crazy. I'm like, no, he's like really not like that. And I feel like that's what everyone says. Maybe that's because it's true for everyone, but I always feel like people are like, ha ha, yeah, when
He's
I
like
say
a
that.
giant hamster. He just doesn't have a wheel to
Yeah.
roll on and run on.
He loves this. Okay, we're really gonna go now. I really need to figure out my tea, and I think I need to drive in the car with the windows down.
and sometimes he'll run so hard that he'll pull his nails out. So I have to save himself from himself. So
He used to hurt himself a lot.
but
I'm gonna close that door.
that being said, he was an awesome inside dog. He stayed clean most of the time because of that, so he got to sleep on the bed and in the bed sometimes.
All right, so the puppies actually don't sleep with us. They have their own little bedroom type situation out in our garage. So first thing in the morning, I come downstairs and I get the puppies.
I was gonna say two things. One, so I mean, geez, I have so many thoughts around this. As you guys know, we're getting ready to move, and we haven't said where. So if you're like, where are you moving? It's because we haven't said it yet. But we weren't sure what was going to happen with Bowser, because every time we move with Bowser, it is hard because he's special needs, like he said. So there's a lot that goes into transporting Bowser and even picking a new home for Bowser. Like, there's a lot to consider in that. And so it was really it was weird to have him attack Logan, right before we're going to different places to possibly look to move.
Gentle. I know. I know.
The Philippi's claim that their ultimate decision to euthanize Bowser was after Bowser bit Logan. And from what I've heard, it was Logan was playing around Bowser's food and he got nipped. Doesn't sound like there were any serious injuries. But that being said, they mentioned that Logan pulled on Bowser's ears so often or so hard that he got cauliflower ear. So I tried to do a little research and add a little clip on that. But in my personal opinion, in my deduction and watching, I'd seen Bowser in a few of the clips shaking his head, and that was way back and then even in recent. So I'm thinking that Bowser had a hematoma in the ear. Whether or not they took him to the vet to get it fixed or just let it get so out of control that it became swollen, cauliflower-like and sore, I don't know. I couldn't find any clips of them taking the dog to the vet or talking about that. But they, like I said, might be in there somewhere. But I'm going to venture a guess that Logan didn't cause cauliflower ear, but when Logan tugged on the ear at one point, it probably hurt Bowser so much that he snapped, as any dog would. If that ear got to the point of looking like cauliflower, it was sore, and the dog saying, "Dude, take care of my ear."
He grabbed onto Bowser's ear, and Bowser didn't do anything. You know, he's that calm, gentle giant that lives in my house. But you know, Logan got him so good that if you know what an MMA fighter looks like or a wrestler, they have that cauliflower ear, just balloons up. That's what happened to Bowser's ear.
Is your dog's ear flap partially or completely swelled? This condition is called a hematoma. It's a cauliflower ear, just like a boxer gets. It's caused by shaking the head or violently flapping from an ear infection or ear mites. It feels like a hot water balloon filled with water. What's happened is the untreated ear infection leads to more head shaking and flapping of the ears, which breaks a blood vessel inside the ear flap. Left untreated, it may heal by itself, but it could take several months, causing your dog pain and suffering, and will not return to normal size, giving your dog a permanent cauliflower ear.
When Dan references Old Yeller, I think that really upset a lot of people because, quite frankly, if you really can't compare the two. The audience has never seen Bowser so out of control that you need to take him out back and shoot him because Bowser wasn't sick or have the mange or whatever it was. So I'm not really sure why he referenced that, and I'm sure they're regretting it, but I figured it's something you guys might want to take a look at.
You know, I grew up with the movie Old Yeller, and I wanted to pick Bowser up by the back of the neck and take him into the backyard and put him down right there.
There's no hope for him now, Travis. He's suffering. You know we've got to do it.
I know, Mama. He was my dog. I'll do it.
was really rough after, you know, it happened on Friday, and we woke up and had a really great day with him. You know, he was fed really good food, taken on a really beautiful outdoor drive. The weather, unlike today, was perfect. It was so beautiful. We played with Bowser in the back and soaked up the sun and just relaxed with him. And like I mentioned, we did it at our house, so we paid for the anesthesiologist person to come over, and it was good that we got to do it there. He had another dog of his in the past that had to be put down because of illness and age, and you know, had to do it the more traditional way at the facility, and we were just like, we couldn't do that. So
I got a special bull terrier muzzle. It's like, you know, it's got to be able to fit their head, you know, their nose and their head are like the same. So
it's a cone. Yeah.
So I didn't want to have to put him in that and then him get super anxious or pissed or whatever being around, you know, a new place. It's obviously scary. He knows what's happening.
And then we're stressed. We're like having to call them ahead of time and be like, okay, we're about to come in the door. Is everyone secure? Like, it was just, so thank God we were able to do that. You sounded like you were going to say something. No.
It's just the worst day.
It was the worst day. It was amazing because, you know, everything comes to an end, and if you're gonna have, you know, if you have to have an end, which everything does, it was a beautiful, perfect ending.
The other very disturbing part of this situation is the fact that they decided to have a photo shoot. I don't know if it was the same day or a couple days before this happened. They decided to have a little photo shoot with their dog, acting like they loved him and let's hug him and all of these nice things, so that we have some pictures to put up on Instagram when we announce that we euthanized him.
I've seen a lot of people make a lot of mistakes on YouTube, and they get a lot of negative feedback, and I'm sure it is a horrific experience. And you can say, well, yeah, they put themselves out there, they deserve it. And I try not to look at it that way. Things are not black and white. People are not good and evil. We have good people that make bad choices. Everyone has a different mindset. Clearly, some people love animals as family members. Other people see animals as something different. You've got a divide there. So let's just use this very tragic situation as a learning lesson, and perhaps the family themselves can use it as a learning lesson. Perhaps this generation that wants to be on video at all times will learn that it's not always the best way to go. Take it from somebody that's a little bit older and that did not grow up in front of a video, that your time with your family, your private time, that is time that you should really cherish. You should spend it together, not in front of a camera trying to look good or appear good or to please other people, because you're never going to please other people. So you're really putting yourself and your family, your animals, whatever, in a situation where you're being judged, you're all being judged. And unfortunately, kids and animals don't have the choice. So that's why we feel like we have to speak up for them, because they don't have that choice. There are other ways you can still be on camera and make money, like I said, helping others or doing a hobby or something something other than just regular interactions with your family members. Cherish that time together as private time. Your child is not going to grow up and say, hey, thanks for putting me in all your videos. Like, that's awesome for the whole world to see. Most kids probably aren't going to love that, and they unfortunately don't have the voice to voice that right now. So it's just something to consider. And another thing that I think these folks that have gotten hot water with YouTube or whatever being in the public eye, they could also use this as a learning lesson as well. And perhaps they could use their platform and many followers to get on there and admit to their mistakes, why they made their mistakes, how they've learned from their mistakes, and maybe show other young people how not to follow in that pattern. So let's use Bowser's passing and the tragedy that this family is going through and all the backlash that they're getting. Hopefully they've learned something from it. Maybe they will come back with a rebuttal and how they could have done things differently. At this point, people have made up their minds, so that it's going to be tough. I don't like to see anybody suffering or hurt. And I don't like the fact that all the stress that's going on with this family, and now the poor child is likely feeling the stress. I don't like to see suffering by any means. So let's not villainize this family. Let's utilize their story and learn from it, and hopefully get a good takeaway out of it. Thank you.